So there's a lot of buzz right now going around about FromSoft's latest announcement, which is Elden Ring Nightreign. And I wanted to kind of talk about it for a minute because people seem to really be going off the walls. Like, I've read some comments where people feel completely betrayed by FromSoft. How dare they do something like this, right? And, you know, of course, I haven't read every comment. I haven't read every news article or Reddit post. And I haven't watched every video where people are giving their own reactions and analyzing this thing. But I wanted to sort of jump in and give my impressions of it, because honestly, I think this is one of the smartest things that FromSoft has done in a while. But before I get into that, I do want to talk about my first impressions, which did align more or less with what I've seen a lot of people saying about it, right? And honestly, my number one first impression was, this is Fortnite in Elden Ring, right? You drop into a map, the map closes in on you, and you're picking up loot and, you know, improving your weapons and your stats and whatever, all that stuff, right? But then you look at it even more, and people are appropriately describing it as more of a roguelike, where the maps are procedurally generated and it's not a battle royale, right? It's a co-op experience. It's totally PvE, where you're fighting against the game. But it's also not really the type of game I like to play. I like to play story-driven single-player experiences, right? And this isn't that. But the point I want to make is that we should have seen something like this coming. And I don't mean this game exactly, but we already knew that Miyazaki said there was no Elden Ring 2. But we also know that FromSoftware owns the rights to Elden Ring now, right? They bought them sometime this year. So we knew more Elden Ring content was coming, we just didn't know in what format. But we've also already got, there's an Elden Ring comic book, a manga. I don't know if it's a manga or a comic, I've never read it, but there's also been rumors of an anime or a TV show about Elden Ring. And we already got a DLC, Shadow of the Erdtree, right? Which was, we had to wait 2 years for it, but it was huge. So why are people upset about this? Like, did they want another DLC? Well, I can't say that, that's not fair. Because I wanted another DLC because I still have so many questions about the lore that weren't answered in the DLC. But let's talk about that. Like, what are we, the diehard longtime fans of FromSoftware, or maybe just, you know, Elden Ring fans, if Elden Ring was your first FromSoftware game, what are we getting out of this, right? Because it seems like this game wasn't really made for us. Well, we are getting the Nameless King, right, from Dark Souls 3, inexplicably in Elden Ring. There's also what appears to be the Firekeeper from Dark Souls 3. And from what I've read about the game, when you defeat some of these major bosses, you'll get some lore about them, right? So that's what we're getting from this. But this game isn't made for us. This game is not made for Elden Ring fans. And that's the point I wanted to make. I think this is a really smart move for FromSoft, because this is going to bring in a completely new type of gamer and expose a new type of gamer to FromSoft and the stuff that they can do. So I think I said that, you know, my first thought when I saw the trailer and heard about this game was, you know, oh, it's Fortnite in Elden Ring. My second thought was, my son is going to love this, right? My son's 13 years old. He is hooked on Fortnite and Rocket League, and he's tried several times to get into Elden Ring. He's got a profile on my game, and he's put maybe 5 or 6 hours into it total across the, you know, the 2 years or whatever that this game has been out. Simply because when he plays games, he's not looking for a story-driven single-player experience. He's looking to socialize. He wants to play with his friends. He gets home from school and he gets online and starts hanging out with his friends. And that's the point that I'm trying to make, is that this game is going to target an entirely different audience and bring in so much positive attention to FromSoft and make them money that they're going to put towards other projects that we, the diehard fans, are really going to love, right? This isn't a mistake on their part at all. I think it's pretty genius, actually. Like, FromSoft is allowed to make games that aren't going to please all of us, right? They've been doing the exact opposite forever. The media has been hounding. Game journalists infamously are asking for easy mode, right? they are making this game to invite the rest of the gaming community into their world in a really positive way. And it's not meant for us. It's meant for them. And I think that's okay. At the end of the day, if I don't like this game, it's okay, but it's also going to be really awesome if I do.